China nos ha estado tratando muy bien. Esta carrera la hemos escogido desde el principio de año por el tema de la altitud, que a mí me favorece porque yo en Ecuador vivo a una altura similar.
این واقعا حرفیه که از ته دل میزنم. چینهای لیک خونه دوم منه و من واقعا همیشه وقتی میام اینجا و کوههای چینهای لیک و دریاچه چینهای لیک رو میبینم انگار روحم تازه میشه و حال خیلی خوبی، حس خیلی خوبی بهم میده.
Tub full of spare parts, one tub full of race food, and then bottles in those white boxes. So
race food's going to probably spend a lot of time in the car, isn't it?
We'll take a bag. I'll take a bag full of race food.
Go little and little, see. Not that you're going to use it, but.
The first day of the tour of Qinghai Lake begins with a 121-kilometre circuit race around the capital city of Qinghai in Shanning.
The only thing with tomorrow is if there's 15, 20 blokes clipping up the road, we've got to be part of that. But ones, twos and threes, we don't have to be part of it. But we're 5 times 3 becomes 15. Yeah? But it's not up to us to chase them, to be fair. Like, it's bigger teams here, so let's try to get through as fresh as we can. And that'll go the same the next day and the same the day after. We want to get through as many days as we can, as fresh as we can.
那现场的朋友们，刚才我们的汤姆问了他的老乡，我说你用的是什么银行的银行卡呢？他回答了一个非常错误的回答，因为他没有用我们的中国工商。
hard work getting into the breakaway, as the two World Tour teams, Astana Kazakhstan and Alpecin Koenig, carefully controlled which move went up the road. Alpecin Koenig led the chase from behind, and they were determined to see a bunch through for their young Australian, Jensen Plowright. And they survived a late attack from Team Medellin, where Jensen Plowright managed to navigate his way through the traffic to secure his first pro victory. The young man certainly has left his mark on this year's race already, nabbing the blue jersey as well as the polka dot jersey in the opening stage, while Jensen Plowright returned to the podium, having secured the green sprinters jersey as well as the yellow leaders jersey, rounding out an incredibly successful day for Alpecin Koenig. Tomorrow's stage of the 2024 Tour of Qinghai Lake is only 112 kilometres long, beginning in Doba and will finish in Huchu. But we head for the mountains. See you then.
Right, sign on is 11:05 to 12:05, and the race starts at 12:15.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Doba. It is great to be here. Stage 2 of the 23rd Tour of Qinghai Lake in a very uncharacteristic fashion. The Australians are the first to sign on.
Now, as far as the actual stage goes, so 12:15 kick-off, basically starts uphill from the get-go.
Well, it's a bit of an anxious-looking Jensen Plowright there, isn't it? He's worried about the altitude, and right, so have a look at the mountains that surround this beautiful region.
Hello, team members. Welcome to Stage 2 of 2024 LCBC Tour of Qinghai Lake. The total distance for today is 112 kilometers. There are two intermediate sprints today, respectively at 25.2 kilometers and 87.7 kilometers. Also 2 km. Category 1 km is at 35.7 kilometers and the altitude is 3350 meters. And for the category 3 km, it will be at 67.7 kilometers and altitude is 2717 meters. We have 150 riders signed on today, 150. A general reminder for everyone in the convoy, when descending the QM, please be careful because it might be slippery when reading. 现在比赛正式开始. Now we start the race.
Okay, what's the issue?
Front puncher.
Front puncher. Who is it?
Front puncher.
Real short. Okay, keep right, move to the right hand side, move to the right. Pull up now, stop. Well, just keep riding, get in the car.
So in the leading group, we have number 5, number 14, number 26, number 32, number 47, number 92, and number 103, number 116, and the time gap is 22 seconds now. 现在我们领先集团的运动员分别为5号、14号、26号、32号、47号、97号、103号、116号、141号、145号、154号、184号、205号、206号，最新分差为22秒。 我们有一名选手在空中的团是36号选手，最新分差为25
Give me your other one. Give me that one. Try to get to the big fella there.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, keep going. I'll give you another one.
The new time gap between the leading rider and the peloton is 40 seconds. 40 seconds. 领先选手与大团最新分差为40秒。
On your right.
I went into the red, doing the lead in. I fucked myself.
Yeah, you'll be right. Just shoot.
This bike's going to blow up. You can't do that.
He's bouncing. No. You've got to take it.
It's fast.
Got to take it easy, mate.
Yeah. No chance.
Right, see it. Just stick with this group. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just stick with this group.
Corner.
Do you want a bottle or you're right?
Will you wear the top or not?
I can, yeah. Oh, there's one up there, I think.
Yep. I think the twins.
So who we got up ahead? So we got the twins, Alex.
Yep. Thanks.
And
Lucky. I think this might be Lucky coming up here.
Now we have the 5 chasers after the leading rider, and the time gap between the leading rider and the peloton is 1 minute and 37, 1:07.
Mate, you're doing well. Just keep riding within yourself, okay? Don't go too deep, right? Sorry?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So there's the leading rider there, right?
The new time gap between the leading rider and the chasing group is 55 seconds. 55 seconds.
Alex going across.
领先集团与后面追击集团的最新分差为55秒。
So Alex must be ahead of that, sorry.
Right.
Hang on.
Yep.
See, mate, you got to take your hat off to Lockie, full-time electrician. These blokes full-time bike riders, all right? Yeah.
Lucky,
He
yeah.
works full-time, mate. Ronan, from this tunnel, you got about 7k before the climb. 7k, so this is 57 kilometres. Sorry, this is 61, my apologies, 61, and in 3k you start to climb, so move towards the front of your group. Move towards the front of this group.
You can go very quickly, only for speak and then come back. Group is also active at still remain 30 seconds.
It was a world of opportunity for anyone still at the front of the bike race, with a flurry of attacks and no team able to really control until Davide Baldacchini forced a small group of 6 riders off the front. Last year's second place winner Eric Fagundes was amongst that group of 6, and he made the most of his opportunity, claiming the stage victory. He was patient in the last 150 metres as the young Uruguayan celebrated his first professional victory. The stage victory also ensured the yellow jersey for the young Uruguayan, who now leads the race by 4 seconds. A day to remember for the young man. The green jersey went to the Italian shoulders of Enrico Zanoncello. Whilst Burgos continued their good day out as the Spaniard Mario Aparicio from Burgos, and the blue jersey stays within the TUD Hotel cycling team on the shoulders of Saeed Safarzadeh. And we're looking forward to stage 3 of the Tour of Qinghai Lake. Tomorrow begins in Huchu and we'll see the peloton ride 202 kilometres to Guedu.
What time do you do?
It's like 3:07 on them.
Righto. Well, good effort today by all. Everybody got through, which is obviously the objective. A couple of notable performances. Well, a few actually. Like Alex was. So there was one guy away, right, Alex? And then there was 6.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And so you went over them. You were all right. No.
Oh, well, I got dropped with 100 metres to go over the top of the climb.
Right.
I couldn't sprint with them.
Right, and then you got back on or not?
No.
No? Oh, you didn't? So you got...
Eventually, yes.
But with other people?
But with like 13 or 12 others that caught me in the valley, then we rode across.
Okay. That's still a good effort. Ronan, good. One of you, whichever one it is. I have to look at your fucking prick. You wear your numbers when you come in. No, good effort. Really, you should be pleased with that. Like the first time starting a race at this kind of level, it's good. You should be really happy. Aiden, same thing. You went well. I know you're disappointed, but like it's a pretty fucking red hot field. So you got to be happy with where you're at. Again, it's the first time out in this type of company, so pretty good. Yeah. Lockie, first electrician, got this plate. Good job, mate. Well done. Connor's right smart, just does enough to get through, and which is what he's, and he said he struggled a bit today. So it was a good effort. Will. Your tyre wasn't flat. You wasted 20 kilometres. It was the hardest part of the day when Mudray and that was away, when they were going flat chat. You used all that juice.
Yeah, I went so hard
to get back on. So obviously not ideal. Well, tomorrow's another day. And Nick, I'll tell you, I'd written you off. I'd written you off. I thought you weren't going to make it. Because I thought, we're looking down the hill, we're looking over the edge, and we didn't seem to have too many friends there, so you basically did it all on your own. So, and mate, the bunch was going quick. Like these guys were going at the stages, so you did well to beat the time cut. Like really well. So.
Welcome to stage 3 of the Tour of Qinghai Lake. On the menu today, 202 kilometres from Huchu to Guedu, a difficult stage that will of course feature altitude. Before 2 climbs on the parkour, we have 2 intermediate sprint points, and then the riders will tackle our first category 1, followed by another intermediate before the real beast of the day, the horse category, the uncategorised climb. It will be decisive, and it takes riders right up to 3,539 metres high. Following that, it'll be a fast, furious run down to Guedu, where we'll see a worthy stage winner. A possible day for the GC men as well.
Good luck. We wish you the best amongst the mountains and the altitude. Let's get our next team up on stage. Welcome to stage 3 of the ICBC Tour of Qinghai Lake, all the way from Australia, St. George Continental.
现在上台签到的是来自澳大利亚圣乔治洲际队的车手们，这支车呢也是我的搭档，他们的老乡，因为他们来自澳大利亚。 大利亚。
This team here, they've been coming to the tour of Qinghai Lake for as long as I can remember. They unearthed some of the best talents to come out of Australia, just like this man here, number 132, Alex Evans. He is going to be flying the flag today, or so I've been told, but he won't be the only one.
现在在现场朋友们，有我们的掌声送给他们，希望在今天这样一个难度非常大的赛段有好的表现，加油！
Jail, indeed. Alex, you were at the front of the bike race yesterday. Today is another opportunity. It's a hard stage.
Yeah, it looks like going to be a tough stage. It's 200 kilometers. Yesterday was only 112, and that was hard enough. So, yeah.
Ladies and gents, get around. St. George, Continental Cycling. We wish them the best of luck.
Once the flag had dropped, the yellow jersey group was immediately under siege. Sprinters were keen to collect the intermediate sprint points early on before those climbs started. But despite what the sprinters wanted, it was definitely a day for the battle for the yellow jersey.
The time gap is 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Stick that in your pocket, yeah? Stick it in your pocket, yeah?
Number 105, 105, number 142, 142, number 153, 153, number 154, 1054, number 184。现在领先集团与大团的队形分差为2分30秒。
Once again, you can sit in the front.
The new time gap is 3 minutes and 5, 3:05. Second, 410。最新时间差为4分10秒。
You need 2 new ones, yeah?
His chain is stuck. Get the new bike.
Oh, it just won't work.
Goodman, get a new bike.
Yeah. Mate, why didn't you got to use the radio.
I did. I used it. Yeah, I was like this.
The time gap is 2 minutes and 55, 255. 最新时间差为2分55秒。
Which one's he?
One.
Can you get the chain out or not?
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now the team burgers also leading the peloton. We have the green jersey and the yellow jersey in the peloton. Team managers, there's a corner in the descent. Please be careful. 好，第5名217号。
Oh,
also air passing, requesting in a choosing group.
Alex, we're behind your group now. If you need water, we're behind your
领
group.
先选手与追击集团的最新时差为25秒。
Copy that. So put your hand up so they call me up. Bottles and gels.
Drink first.
There's Alex in the bunch. Can you see? Yes. Not bad apple. You got enough food? You got enough food?
Huh?
You got enough food?
Yeah, I'll have a gel.
Some gels?
Yeah, that's all.
Righto. Back in that car, mate. Come on. Work hard. Come on. Here you go. 1K to the top, mate. 1K to the top. Here's your bottle. Here's your bottle. Move to the left, I'll give you a gel. Move to your left, I'll give you a gel. Quick. Get on that car.
Does he need a jacket? Something?
I'll give you the result for QM at the bottom.
From here on in, it was a race to the finish line. A group of 5 riders made it over the top of our uncategorised climb together. The odds were stacked against our winner today, who came from the Italian team VFF Group Bardiani CSF Fazione. It was the Italian Manuel Tarozzi who was able to throw his hands in the air and win his first race of the season. And with that win today, it put him in the overall lead of the Tour of Qinghai Lake by 12 seconds. Welcome to the 4th stage of the Tour of Qinghai Lake. A fascinating day that was only 136 kilometres long, but the road went up, and it went up early. There was an early intermediate sprint point, but it was these 2 consecutive categorised climbs that took the riders right up to 3,754 metres. From this point in, the road stayed above 3,000 metres, making for some tough racing conditions on this plateau. It was opened and the wind was up and about.
Is this your first time around here? Yeah, this is my first time at Qinghai. Definitely comes to the top. It's pretty high.
And what's your impression? What's your impression of Qinghai Lake?
It's very beautiful here. The mountains are very nice. Yeah, beautiful place to be.
And how do you plan to rest of the competition?
Yeah, we just got to survive at this altitude. Hopefully we can get a few boys doing some things in the race, but see what happens.
Now let's bring on a team I absolutely love, and they love racing here. St. George Continental all the way from Australia. The young man Alexander Evans, he's right up there on the GC. He just finished a little bit behind that group of 6, around 2 minutes off yellow, but that's not going to bother him, Alex. You love this altitude, evidently. You love racing in China. Today's a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, a bit shorter today, so I was fading a little bit at the end of the 200Ks, and the BH boys were going so hard down to like, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, a bit shorter today, so that should be nice.
Well, good luck to our boys all the way from Australia. Jai Ho, get around and give them a big round of applause. St. George Continental Cycling.
让我们把掌声、欢呼声送给我们这支年轻的澳大利亚车手组成的车队，为他们加油！
Also, we have 6.7 kilometer neutralization, and we have 142 riders sent on today.
Once the racing got underway.
Send out, the team car, please.
Sorry, don't panic, it's neutral, yeah?
今天的比赛将有一个6.7公里的荣誉骑行。今天参赛运动员共142名。
What's the problem?
I think Truman didn't plug my car meter. Back in, but not really just
What's that?
Something to do with his power meter?
What's that?
Alex.
How long is the neutral?
6.7 Ks.
6.7k, but they must wait for you. So if you have a problem, pull over.
Will you come up and do it for me?
Yep, pull over now. We're right behind you, so pull over to the right. Pull over to the right. Okay, I don't know what he wants to do, so can...
I just take out the...
St. George team car, please. St. George team car, rider on the right.
Oh yeah, well that's all you can do, so that's fine.
Please. 各位领队，请开启大灯，开启车辆大灯。
And immediately this man on screen in the yellow jersey, Bardiani, they were under siege from the get-go. Astana, they put the pressure right on the early categorised climb, really making racing tough right from the start.
I know that guy.
You know this guy, Brad?
Yeah, he's motorbike. He's a famous Chinese photographer. Good work, mate. Just stick with them to get to this group, right? You good? Hey, your two guys are just behind. Slow down. Yeah.
Corner here, go corner!
现第二名追击选手之间的分差为45秒，与大团的分差为55秒。And the leading rider is protected by the Shimano neutral support.
Hey, mate. Here, have a banana. Have a banana. Have a banana. Get right in behind that ambulance, mate.
And now the rider 54 has been caught by the second chasing group. And now we have the leader and the chasing group with 3 riders and a peloton.
Hey, yo. Like you got this behind you, mate. We'll give you a bottle. You don't need a bottle. You've got 2 for 1. No, you got 2 for 1s. Oh, you got 2 for 1s. You need some food?
Yeah, good.
What do you need?
Just whatever.
Hey, there's heaps of blokes behind you. So just now, just tap up the top, yeah?
There's heaps behind?
Yeah, heaps behind, mate. Like you got another 15k of this type of ride, right?
Yeah.
So just keep your heart rate down.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Plenty of blokes behind you, like 50.
That's right.
Righto? You all good? You want a bottle or anything? You're good?
No, good, G.
Righto.
Cheers.
See ya. You're doing good, sorry.
Looks tasty.
Yeah, good. Last 10. Alex's.
You see Alex?
Yeah.
领先选手与第1名追击选手之间的分差为1分45秒。
Not that many left, is there really?
Now the new time gap between the leader and the first chaser is 1 minute and 50, 150. And to the second chaser is 2 minutes and 45, 245. And to the peloton is 3 minutes and 15, 315.
Good work, Alex, good work. One in the second group. Just stay there for 2. There will be water.
St. George, please keep on. You are requested by riders, St. George.
Move to the left a little bit to that yellow line.
158. 158. And to the Paddington is 2 minutes and 30. 230.
Come back. Right. I can't go in front of him. I can't go in front of the commissaire.
Okay.
You need anything else? Move to the left a little bit, move to the left. Bottle, bottle, bottle. Yeah, Alex, Alex. You're nearly there, mate. You're nearly there. Come on. Mate, stay on those cars for like 30 seconds each now as you go up. Just get your breath back. Just take your time. Stay on the cars. Need any food or anything?
Food? Good. Water? You good?
Yeah, I think that's a bit of language barrier.
And they just kept the pace on right all the way to the finish line where Mario Aparicio claimed his first ever professional victory.
Right, an eventful day in more ways than one. Lockie got through the stage, couldn't get to the hotel. Well, anyway, it's done, mate, so don't, you know, it's not much you can do about it, and you've ruined his fucking ski trip as well. Yeah. So, double whammy. And Will got through. That's exactly what you stick with the numbers, you know, stick with the numbers. All those Polish blokes would have been good to ride with. Yeah. So pretty So tomorrow that'll be the same scenario for you. Reversal of roles today, right? Fucking you two. You just didn't feel it running. You feel a bit ordinary.
Oh yeah, I was so the whole climb I was pretty like felt fine, but I guess my positioning because it's a bit windy at the top. I just
How many multi-day tours have you done?
Multi-day, probably Tassie.
Yeah, well, yes, kind of no comparison, mate. Like like so you yeah. So you should be pleased with the way you're going because like the 10 cars in front of us are all World Tour, or Pro Connie.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty deep field. First of all, it was a hard race as in hills. It's a hard race as in altitude, and it's a hard race as in the quality of the field.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna, and the only way to get better is to do as many of these as you can.
Yeah.
And we just don't have enough of it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So, it goes for everybody, so we're kind of, we're up against it. These two blokes work full time. You work full time. So, we're battling from the start. But anyway, I think we're going pretty good. Mate, if those Spanish blokes knew that half you blokes work full time, they'd be horrified. I reckon they wouldn't know.
Yeah, you guys are climbing pretty fucking well.
So you should be pleased with the way you're going. Alex was over the top in a real small group, and it was looking. They're probably only about a dozen, I reckon, and he's going good. And then another group caught on, which was unfortunate. Again, he would have been if he'd stayed if that group hadn't been caught, he'd moved up probably towards the top 10. You know what I mean? And then his group came back, and that made it more difficult for him because you had 30 blokes across the road, so it made it harder for him to position. Mate, I tell you that Jason Osborne bloke that he rides for Alpecin. Mate, there's 4 blokes came back to your bunch. It was outrageous. And fair income, they didn't use cars. We were watching. Mate, it was unbelievable. Mate, he was. You guys were doing 80k an hour. I'm thinking, and I'm looking in the mirror and they're coming back. This is outrageous. He's the world Swift champion a couple of times, isn't he, that bloke? And I guess when you get down to the lake, you have to be aware of the wind again. It become well, the leads changed again now. The BH blokes have taken BH, and it looks like BH and Kaharal have got the same objective, and so they'll be trying to control the race, I think. So they'll probably let a break go early. That'll be their plan because they've got what 7 and 7, so 14 riders. They're up there. They're controlling the placings, so they'll probably just ride tempo.
Qinghai, they got a minute 50 and then it's his teammate anyway.
Yeah, that's right. And then BH is up there as well, I think.
Yeah, in 3rd.
Yeah.
And then Bardiani in 4th. And Hermilk in 5th at 2:30.
So maybe they'll take Astana.
Astana overdid.
I think Astana will have a crash.
They overdid, yeah. So if you're feeling like it, Alex, and you want to go up the road, have a crack. If you feel like you can,
Yep.
Obviously, you're climbing as well as any. To be fair, you're climbing as well as anybody here. Like you are, like you're going over the top in those real small groups. And as I said, you've lost time today, but if you look back in the last 3 days, you've been in, like I keep saying to you, in the top 10% of the blokes climbing. It's just other little things that have happened where blokes have come back, and you look like you're 28th, where you probably, if they didn't come back, you're probably 6th, 7th, or 8th. You know what I mean? So you're climbing really well. So tomorrow, think about that. That's where, like I said to you today, your best opportunity is to move up. Is when it's going uphill. When the wind, as I said, trying to move up when it's your best terrain.
Yep.
So just think about that. Righto, over and out.
Hello, welcome to Stage 5 of the Tour of Qinghai Lake. Today's stage began in Gongji, and shortly after, peloton would roll out. They went straight into a few categorised climbs, taking the riders right up to 3,700 metres. Today, the jewel in the crown was the Qinghai Lake, where the race route followed it around, with a few intermediates sprint along the way before it slightly veered away towards our finish destination of Qinghai, a short and sharp stage on only 126 kilometres. We saw plenty of action along the way though. And before the day started, we had the chance to chat with Niels Sinchik from Park Hotel Valkenburg, get his thoughts on how the day may play out.
I think the riders here are better than last year. Like there are more good teams, so it's harder to get a good result. And also the stages are quite hard. I mean, it's only racing, and they never stop. So it's definitely harder than last year, I think. But I still feel good, so I hope to get a nice result still again. Yeah.
Crowds and culture greeted riders at sign-on this morning in Qinghai. Initially, there was a lot of overhead cloudy weather about, but that soon cleared up, and the sun was biting. Despite it being a short stage, there was still plenty of sunscreen being applied by the riders, who all were seeking a little bit of the shade before the race started. A relatively casual rollout from the start. Karuao, with the yellow jersey on top of Capeda, took control of the race very early on and were quite keen for an uneventful day. But the Spanish team managed to settle things down by letting this group of three get up the front. In the green jersey, Niels Sinchik, he managed to find himself in the breakaway. But our three became two, and it was just Niels with the Bengal WB rider, Jelle Vermont, for company. The peloton rumbled along. The first categorised climb, Niels Sinchik made the most of his time out in front, taking the maximum King of the Mountain points on the first and second category climb. The pair worked well together and were able to keep a healthy advantage over the first part of the course, despite a flurry of attacks and action coming from the peloton. They were soon gobbled up, the duo, and before we knew, we had the first intermediate sprint of the day. Right down on the flat, Henok Mulaban showing his face again and his eagerness to be at the front of the race. But today it was the crown jewel of this year's Tour of Qinghai was the lake itself. The beautiful race route followed the shores of the lake. The riders, with a little bit of a tailwind, were able to see and take in a little bit of the scenery. The day seemed bound to be a sprint finish, and it certainly was. The Belgian team Alpes Interkonig took control of the peloton with 1 kilometre to go and were hardly challenged despite a late run from Bengal WB and Tartaletto Isorex. They delivered Plowright perfectly, and the Australian was only forced to sprint from the wheel until 150 metres to go. Plowright has wasted no time, taking his second professional victory in a matter of days. The young Australian celebrated like it was his first victory only a handful of days ago. An uneventful day for the Spanish team Caruao. Capeda defended his overall lead. It still stands at 1:43 seconds. And for Burgos BH, Mario Aparicio keeps the polka dot jersey, whilst the green jersey stays with the shoulders of Henok Mulaban from Astana, Kazakhstan. And TU, the hotel cycling team, continue their fantastic run. Saeed Zarfazadeh keeps the blue jersey, sits just outside the top 10 overall. But we also got to hear from our Australian Victor today with his second stage of victory.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun here in China so far. I came to Guangxi last year, so I know it well. Yeah, some of the best run events, and yeah, we really enjoyed coming here.
And stage 6 of the Tour of Qinghai Lake will be the longest, 206 kilometres in fact, beginning in Qinghai and finishing in Shilin.
Righto, where's Connor? He's here. Another day down, and a big effort today, running out in the front group.
Yeah.
Secure that position and be in the right spot.
Yeah, exactly. So I could once I did get a drive, it wasn't too bad. Like we turned back in, just chopped back on.
I saw you chase for a bit, yeah. And Alex, what happened?
Yes.
Bad positioning or?
Oh, no, not really. Just couldn't really pedal hard enough.
Right.
Legs were hurting all day.
Okay, yep, that's fair enough.
Just, I don't know, like when it starts stop, I can't really I don't know, it just takes me a while to like warm up, and
Yep.
on the flat you coast for a bit, then you got to go like real hard, and I just really struggle with that always.
But you climbed well, like the first couple of climbs. Were you going all right?
No, not really. I was over with the first group only just.
Right. Okay.
Like I felt towards the top I started to come good, but didn't feel much drop all day. But yeah, I got over the climb with front group and then. But
would a bigger gear help you or not? No, okay.
I just legs are just rude.
Okay.
No.
Yep. No. Fair cool. Got it. Tomorrow. What have we got tomorrow? So 206 kilometres. I don't know. It's a great, obviously uphill like every stage. But we're going from 3.1 up to up to 3.8 again, right? But over a lot longer distance. So
yeah, it's actually 2 descents in one. There's like a double cut one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not much. You just got to look at it and do it, don't you? There's not much we can talk about. Try to be at the front. Try to be in the front group again. I mean, today you saw that they tried to let a break go, but they only tried to let a couple go. They 3 went and they chased down the 4th one. Yeah. So they don't want the break to be very big.
Yeah. It's like a 5K run to the finish on the bottom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it's 3.9. You jump from 3.9 down to 2.8 in the space of what? 30K. So you drop it pretty quick.
Yeah.
And Alex, what's your thoughts? Just get through?
Yeah, I don't know. If I feel a bit better, I think I might try go up the road.
Yep.
No point just sitting there.
No, I agree. Yeah, if you feel like from the start, or you want to have a crack, like on that.
I don't know. I felt real shit at the start today, and I got a bit better. But the start would be the easiest if I can.
That's right.
So
yeah.
Otherwise, it would be that cat 2 in the middle.
Yep. Okay. Yep. I think it's worth. If you're feeling alright, have a crack. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
No, they're going to let a break go. They want a break to get the moment. Much easier to control if the brakes are a couple of minutes up the road.
Yeah.
Welcome to stage 6 of the tour of Qinghai Lake. Beginning in Sihai-shen, the riders make their way to Xilan. The longest stage of this year's tour of Qinghai Lake, 206 kilometres in total. Altitude played its part today. While there were no major climbs on the cards, the altitude took the riders right up to 3,894 metres high. The first Category 2 took the riders up to that plateau above that 3,000 metre threshold, which made racing oh so difficult before a small Cat 3 took the riders right up to the peak of today's stage before they descended down into Xilan.
Boys, how is your tour of Qinghai Lake? Is this going to be the highest point that you will ever ride up to 4,000 metres, close to 4,000 metres high?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's probably the highest ever. Maybe if we come back to Qinghai, we could go higher, but yeah, probably pretty high.
我们的车手说，这个比赛环形海湖比赛是他参加过所有的比赛里面最难的。
Riders made their way to sign on this morning. The conditions were different than what they had been the past week. A little bit of rain on the forecast, and riders, they heeded the forecast. Many opting for the warmer winter gear before the race started, maybe shedding it right at the beginning of the start of the stage. Riders soon warmed up though with the flurry of attacks. Riders trying to get a bit of a head start before our first categorised climbs of the day. Ida Schelling, he was throwing down plenty of power on the front for Astana Kazakhstan, trying to make the race hard for his team leader, Henok Muleban. Eventually this group of 6 were able to get up the road. They made inroads. They held off the peloton for the majority of the day. cause for concern in the peloton behind. Crosswinds were on the menu while the breakaway ambled along out in front. Our two China Glory Mentec riders, Willie Smith and Lucas De Rossi, they made the most of their time out in front, capturing the sprint points as well as the King of the Mountain points. The blue jersey though, Saeed Sarfazadeh, was in there as well, trying to eke a little bit more time out by chance if the breakaway stayed away. But the man from the the Hotel Cycling team, did manage to move himself up into the top 10 overall. But more importantly, he kept that blue jersey on his shoulders. The breakaway was slowly reeled in today, thanks to the sprint teams who were keen to see it result in a bunch sprint. But Astana Kazakhstan and Karual with the yellow jersey had other ideas. At top of the plane, the breeze kicked up once more, and on this third category climb, the two top teams made it very difficult. A lot of the sprinters were dropped, and a gruppetto really did start to form towards the end of a very hard, challenging day, as the race constantly went on and off with the gas, and it was in and out of the gutter. The race became down to a very select bunch sprint after that Category 3 climb thinned out the group, and it was the young Italian from Bengal WB, Davide Persecco, who went one better in the last stage to claim his first ever professional victory. The yellow jersey stayed comfortably on the shoulders of Jefferson Cepeda. Carual did not look in trouble one little bit today, despite the crosswinds. Mario Aparicio consolidated his lead in the polka dot jersey for Burgos BH, whilst the green jersey stays on the shoulders of Henok Muleban, who moved up the GC in one spot. But it's the man in blue, Saeed Sarfazadeh, who moved himself up into the top 10 overall, keeps that blue jersey. And of course, we had a chat to our winner.
Yeah, in the last climb I stayed with the first group, and during the downhill another small group come back in the first, and in the final 2K I stay behind my teammates, and the last 200 meters sprint I win.
Stage 7 of the Tour of Qinghai Lake begins where it finished yesterday in Shilin, and it's 176 kilometres long, finishing in Menyuan. We'll see you tomorrow.
Right, we'll get started. Great effort by everybody to get through today. It was a particularly tough day. Dave was just telling me first couple of hours were at 48k an hour, and you know it was windy, it was cold, it was altitude was high. So just to get through is a great effort. You two, one day I reckon you two are going to go the same on one day.
Yeah.
It seems to be you alternate, don't you? It's like,
Yeah.
what's going on with that?
Ideally, I'd like to stay ahead of him the whole time.
It seems to swap you kind of. Anyway, good effort. And Will and Alex, mate, they had to battle on at the back there, and they got through, which was terrific. And just Alex, sometimes I got a bit, aggressive, maybe. But look, you seriously, when you pull out a race, you can't. I don't know. That night you go, fuck. I wish I hadn't pulled out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You get to that point, and I think so. Sometimes you need to be pushed. Not just you. Everybody needs to be pushed.
Yeah.
And I think if we can get you through this race, what we can get out of it is at the other end is going to be really beneficial. I think for the rest of the season it's going to help. Seriously, it really will help you. We're in. I was just talking to the Spanish guys. I said, you guys don't understand. We raced in March, we raced in April, and we raced here. You know what I mean? Like, we don't get anywhere. We're at a distinct disadvantage to those guys who have got multiple race days under their belt.
He said 21 races this month.
Yeah, that's the Belgium got 21 races coming up this month. But so we're at a distinct disadvantage. So if as many race days we can get through, it's only going to help us down the track, I reckon. And let's make sure we all get through the tour. That's the goal. Everybody gets through from here on.
Welcome to stage 7 of the tour of Qinghai Lake. 169 kilometres were on the menu for the riders from Shilian to Menyuan. Realistically a day of two halves. And a day that could possibly be for the sprinters. The first half of the stage we climb right up to 3,700 metres high with 2 intermediate sprint points. We have the one categorised climb on the menu before we drop down. The thin air is no more. The riders might say differently to that though, but we make our way to Menyuan in between this beautiful valley for a stunning finish. 169 kilometres all up with 3 intermediates and 1 King of the Mountains. Conditions were overcast, but that didn't stop the festivities at Shilian this morning. The city overnight transformed itself and welcomed the tour of Qinghai Lake, and the riders, they absolutely loved it.
Yeah, let's get our next team up, all the way from Australia, folks. One of your international teams, St. George Continental Cycling. Welcome to the start of stage 7 of the tour of Qinghai.
那我们看到到目前为止这一支顺潮之中如何去安排，如何去收好成绩，我们也想来听一下。
Alex Evans, it was a tough old day yesterday, but today's another day, and the glass is half full.
Yeah, a little bit shorter today, and hopefully the weather is a little bit nicer than yesterday. It's a bit warmer, don't know, we'll see.
那我们车手说，今天早上起来看到。
Well, today potentially one of the days for you 4 to get up the road, get in the breakaway, perhaps roll the dice.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see how it plays out, but that's probably going to be one of the best move for us to try and get one of us up the road for sure.
那我们车手说是的，我们也希望，虽然我们只有起之前的车手们有一些。
69 kilometers, and there are 3 intermediate sprints and 1 QM today.
Once the neutral was cleared and racing slowly but surely got underway, we had a few attacks off the front. It was a day that seemed destined for the sprinters though, but that did not stop a group of about 13 riders getting off the front.
Yeah, maybe, but they're just surviving, seriously.
From Uja, and the second is 103 from Park Hotel. And the third is 121 from Sport Toto. And the fourth is 34 from Burgers.
Loja team car, please. Loja team car, 111. 4111.
It's Alex. And the time gap now is 1 minute and 1:05. 最现在差1分05秒。First is rider 215, 215床前有的。
Breakaway were able to make inroads and the gap seesawed around the 3-minute mark for a large portion of the race. The intermediates, of course, were hotly contested, riders trying to garner any bonus they could throughout the day's stage. The breakaway, they stayed away by the skin of their teeth, and it was the biggest upset this year's tour. Ahmed Oken from Sport Toto Cycling pulled off the biggest upset with today's finish into Menuan, emerging from the breakaway clearly the quickest. He jumped in with 200 metres to go and he grabbed stage 7 this year's Tour of Qinghai Lake. The yellow jersey stays on the shoulder of Cepeda. He goes into the last stage with a handy 1 minute and 44 second lead. The polka dot jersey is still on the shoulders of Mario Aparicio from Burgos BH. He'll look to carry that across one last stage, while the green jersey ever present with Henok Mulaban from Astana, Kazakhstan. And of course, the blue jersey stays with Sahid Sarfzadeh from DUT Hotel Cycling.
Right, well, tomorrow we've got one more day to go, so let's get all 4 people through to the end is the goal here. Oh, that's good, I can see. So start off a little bit of downhill, and then so we drop down to about 2750 or thereabouts, and then a couple 100-metre climb. So, but we're doing one big lap. So a Cat 2 and a Cat 3, so technically that should be easier than a lot easier than some of the hills we've had so far. What do we go up to? 2.9. Shit. They look steep. Looks pretty steep, eh? Anyway, we've got to do what we can do. It's only 121k. So I know I'm fucking stating the obvious, but you've got to start at the front. Alex, what's your thoughts on having a bit of a dig tomorrow? Or what?
Yeah, I might go for a bit of a warm up tomorrow.
Yep. And you other two can also have a crack at trying to get in the break as well if you can.
Yep.
I think you saw today they were happy to let that break go. I think they'll do the same. It's much easier to control if they let that brake go.
Yeah.
So let's have somebody in it and see what we can do.
St George Continental Cycling, welcome to the final stage of this year's Tour of Qinghai.
现在上台签到的是来自澳大利亚圣乔治州际队的车手们。这支车队呢，也是由许多的年轻澳大利亚车手组成，在我们的环湖赛上也是征战过好几年。那么也希望他们在今天最后一个赛段能够有好的成绩。
Alex, another difficult day, maybe a few climbs for a breakaway. We've already had everyone come up on stage say, I'm going all in today, fireworks. Is that what's on the menu for you?
Yeah, it looks like a pretty tough start to the day. We do a short descent into a climb, so yeah, I think that's where it'll kick off and be looking for the breakaway.
Good luck to the boys all the way from Australia, one of your international teams, St George Continental Cycling.
Good luck, good luck. 今天这样一个赛段里面，你们有什么样的一些打算吗？
Good morning, team managers. Welcome to the stage 8 of 2024 SABC 2 of Qinghai Lake. The total distance for today is 121 kilometers, and there are 2 intermediate sprints and 2 km today.
Move the convoy, keep the cars close, please, come on.
Yeah.